Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Glad you can all be here today. I'd like to formally welcome you all to our virtual Sunday service for the Capital Heavenly Parents Holy Community. My name is Shannon Goto. I'm one of the assistant pastors. And if you haven't joined us here virtually before, we try to keep a very informal opportunity for individuals to share and support one another. We're looking to be about an hour long or so, or even less. If you're new to the Capital Heavenly Parents Holy Community, we're a contemporary ministry of the Unification Church founded by Reverend and Mrs. Sun Myung Moon. Our core teachings believe that God, and we often refer to him as our heavenly parent, is first and foremost the parent of all humanity, all humankind. We believe that family is a school of love, and by building true families centered upon our heavenly parent, we can build the kingdom of heaven on the earth. If you've visited us, our format has recently changed as we're trying to stay safe as a community. On the first and third Sunday of the month, we meet in person for services at the Washington Times, and on the second and fourth Sunday, we meet virtually here. Next Sunday is the fifth Sunday in October. We're also planning a virtual event around the season, and so hopefully you're able to join us then next Sunday with more details to follow. So check your emails. Today, just so you know, we will have prayer, we will have songs, we'll have a short message, and most importantly, we'll have an opportunity for each and every person here to join in breakout sessions and share what's on their mind, share with regards to the discussion questions today. So with that, we're going to start our service with a little bit of music. We're going to do one song over Zoom, By the Spring of Life. Please enjoy.
Marching to a lusty land of Canaan with delight.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for that beautiful song. All right, to continue with our service, we're going to have a brief prayer. So please join me in prayer. Good afternoon, our most beloved heavenly parents and our loving true parents. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for our tremendous time that we can spend as a community virtually, Father. Father, we have an amazing message today that we're going to be receiving from our sister, our pastor, and one that's focused on how we can be a community, Father, and we can build something really profound and powerful. Be with all of our families here, Maryland, Virginia, and DC. Be with each person as they walk through their path, Father. We pray for safety. We pray for love and connection and kindness shared amongst us, Father. We pray that any newcomers can really find a home here with our amazing community, and that all of our young people can engage with learning and really taking ownership over their own faith through the programs and through the support of our teachers, our Sunday school, our youth ministry, all of those things, Father. So guide us, Father, be with us, and support all our volunteers as we work to really build something truly amazing here in the DC area. And we offer this time to you in all our names here, and I put this in my own name, Shannon and Yewon, go to the Blessed Central family. Amen and Aju. Thank you all. We have one more song that we'll be playing. This is actually originally performed by the LA Family Church Band. It's called We Are One. We'll just need to turn that back to the beginning, Richard. That was wonderful.
An
Very
urgent
good.
message to
Very
anyone
good.
with
Go ahead and perfect. All right. Well, that was lovely. That was a really great song. I really presented, and I'm sure it sounded like it's an original from our LA family over there. So, and I think it really does lead well into our speaker and the topic today. So it's really my pleasure. I'm so excited for all of us to hear from our amazing sister today. She's truly a great colleague as we work together as assistant pastors for the Capital Heavenly Parent Holy Community, and really she's focused on our community, on supporting our community leaders and providing a lot of amazing services for each and every one of our families. Right? How can we build our blessed families and make them stronger? So. And truly done an amazing job, since the beginning. So it's really my pleasure to welcome our assistant pastor, Highmy and her topic today is building community. Hi, Pastor Highmy. How are you?
Hello, everybody. I am really happy to share with you today because you guys make my job easy. Being an assistant pastor, right? Title assistant pastor, but really you guys do all the work, and today I want to return all the glory to you. So my title is Building Community. You can see unity is highlighted there, and I wanted to talk about what I've learned from being an assistant pastor. So I'm going to start with gratitude. There's really so many things I've learned from being an assistant pastor, even in just this short time, but I only have a short time. So I'm going to just focus on gratitude. And why is that? Because building a community starts with gratitude. You have to be grateful for the people in your community. There's only so far that belief and faith can take you. If you don't enjoy and appreciate the people around you, you start to lose your enthusiasm and your hope. But gratitude leads to participation. And when you participate, it leads to gratitude, and going right back to the beginning again. And I can tell you that my participation starts in gratitude. Gratitude to God for being with me throughout my life, and gratitude for all of my aunts and uncles who have been taking care of me and teaching me for these 42 years of my life. So gratitude, Dr. Young says in his morning devotion that giving is already happiness. So that's participation, right? When we're participating, we're already giving ourselves a chance to feel gratitude. And by participating, we get to interact with people. We get to witness how hard other people are working. We get to hear their testimonies and hear their dreams as well. And also get the chance to lessen somebody else's burden. There are so many times when I don't want to do something or something is outside of my comfort zone. And even though Dr. Shield never forces me to do something that I don't want to do, there are many times when I've pushed myself outside of my comfort zone simply because I know how hard he's working and I want to make things a little bit easier for him. And that's what we've been hearing in morning devotion as well, too, right? How can we make things a little bit easier for God? How can we lessen his burden a little bit? And maybe thinking about lessening God's burden is a little bit too big for us to handle. But when I'm helping my pastor, when I'm helping my brothers and sisters, I'm already helping God to lessen his burden. So today I want to focus my gratitude on all of you and all that you guys do. That by showing and highlighting what you're doing, you guys can get excited about the community. When you know what's going on outside of maybe the little area that you get to see, then you can really feel more gratitude and more enthusiasm. And that's what I want to give you all today. So I want to start with being grateful for awesome people. These are some amazing people on our sub-regional level. Of course, you all know Reverend and Mrs. Patton, and also our new Secretary General, Ariane Jenkins. And I didn't have a picture of her, but Natasha Phillips also is our sub-regional BFM representative. And I just wanted to start with them. Now we head to our beautiful pastor team, with Jermaine Jenkins on the left, and of course, Reverend Shinan, then myself and Pastor Shield and his wife. And in the corner, we have Judy Lejeune. She's not a pastor anymore, but she's part of our pastor team. She always comes to our pastor meetings and gives us her wisdom and support in all the things that we're doing. And I was feeling a little bit left out because my husband wasn't in the picture, so I thought I'd just stick him in there. So showing some gratitude to our pastor team, here are some of the things that they taught us just this month. Dr. Shield gave his sermon about the promise of God, talked about gratitude, keeping dignity while leading our life of faith, seeking God and making every effort to overcome our challenges. Pastor Judy taught us to see potential in others, allow others to evolve in their spiritual journey, and accept opportunities to grow, which are really valuable things to keep in our mind all the time. Pastor Jermaine, he taught us that we were all cups. He told us to love the cup, love ourselves, and fill the cup by surrounding ourselves with people who pour into us, people that we can reciprocate with, and also people that we can pour into. And if you ever want to go back and re-listen to sermons, you can go to our website, CHPHC.org. You can see our recorded sermons there. So we're going to focus on Sunday service for a little bit here. Here is part of our usher team. These are the first people you see walking in the door. Angela, Rex, and Koyo, and Aoyama-san. And I just appreciate them. They're so consistent in offering their love to all of us by greeting us. And of course, we couldn't have Sunday service without the band. This picture, of course, is missing some people, but here are some of the people who have been offering their time and energy to bring up the atmosphere in our Sunday services. So thank you all so much, band members. You guys are awesome. And of course, Sunday school. Many of us don't experience this part of Sunday service, but in a big way, they are the most important part of Sunday service, because taking care of our kids is what keeps our families coming to church. And without a good Sunday school program, our families are going to look for somewhere else to go to raise their children. So I really appreciate all of our Sunday school teachers, including Pauline Levy, who wasn't in the picture. And I think, I hope you guys are not taking for granted Sunday dinner. A bunch of people are making a lot of effort to make sure you guys get to enjoy food after Sunday service. I really want to appreciate Dr. Shield's family. They're always down there preparing the food for us. And below, you can see the names of people who have been preparing food and bringing it to church so that you guys could enjoy after the Sunday service. Thank you all, cooks, and geez, all of you, feel free to volunteer to help out. One Sunday a month, make some food for Sunday service, or come down and help to pack the boxes. Let's support each other. And that goes the same thing for the usher team and the band. If you have the skills or the time to participate in these things, let's help each other. When we help each other, that increases our gratitude and their gratitude and our desire to continue to participate. So that was Sunday service. Now I want to go into some of our community ministries. So we'll start with our council members. had to merge 3 councils into one. So these are our representatives at the moment from Virginia, the DC community, and the Maryland community. And you know, they're behind the scenes. We don't really see them or what they do. They make really important decisions, and they're always considering what is best for our community. So thank you all for the time that you invest in our community. And our tech and communications team, they're there every Sunday to make sure that the band sounds good, that the service gets streamed. But they're also participating in many other events. Otmar and Randy Francis, they're always at every event playing music, taking pictures, recording things. And I just appreciate them so much. And so any of you guys who have tech skills, who have the ability to run Zoom meetings, you know, please feel free to offer those skills. We don't want to take advantage of you and make you work 20 hours a week. But if you're willing to take care of Zoom for one event a month or twice a month, you know, that gives a break to somebody else so that they can just enjoy the show sometimes. And of course, we have Ruse Taguchi and Marcus Hockmuth, who are making flyers and sending out notices to us all the time. So please show your appreciation to all of our brothers and sisters when you see them, because they're all making so much effort so that we can enjoy all these events. And we have our DP education team, which is being headed up by Pastor Jermaine now. And you can see in the picture on the bottom, a lot of our brothers and sisters in the community who come out to be teachers, but also just to support the event, to be there to support the guests and help them to have a good experience, but also to learn. So I want to thank Larry Moffett and Matthew Goldberg, Beverly Burnt, Barbara Marks, all who came out to speak at these events. If you're good at teaching, if you're passionate about teaching, feel free to volunteer to help out at these events, to share what you've learned over the years with our guests and with our brothers and sisters. Holy days. Well, this is not the Holy Day team. This is the Holy Day picture I had. But you know, behind this family, you can see all the preparation that was made to honor Heavenly Parent and true parents and all of our brothers and sisters by building a beautiful Holy Day offering table. And this is another way that we can participate. And also another way that we can engage our young people. I know my sister brings her daughter many times to the Holy Day preparation to help set up the table. This is a way that we can educate our children about our traditions by helping to get them involved in these things. And I have to highlight my wonderful, awesome sister. She's so amazing. And many of you probably know her because she's helped you out with your ancestor liberation. And she's been doing that for many years, and I know that many of you appreciate her. And I just want to highlight her and how proud I am of her. She's been through a lot, but she has been strong and held her faith and raised her daughter so well. And this year she was able to get blessed. I'm so happy for her. But also part of our Heavenly Tribal Messiahship team and Chunbo team is my mom, Margaret Herbers, and Matthew Goldberg, who are supporting people who are trying to become Chunbo. So really grateful to them, because I know a lot of people want to do it, but it's not always easy. It doesn't always quite make sense, but they're making a lot of effort to try and understand what is needed and to support you to get that done so that you can achieve this great accomplishment of becoming Chunbo. And congratulations to everybody who was entered into Chunbo just this month, and all those who are still working on it. Keep going. And this is our youth ministry team. Youth and young adult ministry. Here's just a few of them. But here's also the complete list, our young adult team and also our high school and middle school team. These are all second generation high school and young adults who are taking the time to take care of the younger brothers and sisters so that they can feel loved, so that they can grow. And I really appreciate all of them. So please express your appreciation to them as well. Keep them feeling appreciated and supported so that they will keep going. There's a couple pictures of things that they've done recently, some high school events and also a camping trip with the young ladies. We also have a young families ministry. That's something new in our community. It's being headed up by Adalia Tonic, Janina Miller, Aki Brogan, Alexia Dillich, Ariella Torin, and Lisa Mikowski. We've been trying to do events once a month for our young families to be able to get together, connect with each other, build strong relationships with each other. And our goals for the future is how can we also provide education and support for couples and for parenting education so that our young families can feel supported to continue growing in their faith and being part of the community. I really appreciate this team. We've had a lot of really fun get-togethers. And mentors. Last month we had a level 2 blessing workshop and we tried something new. We brought in 20 aunts and uncles from the community to come in and be mentors for our young adults who are thinking about the blessing, who want to know what the blessing's all about, if it's right for them, when should they go. And it was an experiment for us, but it was very apparent at the end that everyone has such an amazing experience, both the young adults and the mentors. Were excited to keep up with each other. They were excited about the discussions that they had. There was really a lot of love at this workshop, and I really want to encourage everyone in the community. Even if your own children are not participating in the church right now, that doesn't exclude you from being a mentor. A lot of members who were mentors, their children are not participating in the community at this time, but that doesn't mean you don't have a lot of love to give and a lot of wisdom to share. So I want to encourage you to participate because this relationship between the first and second generation is so important. We don't connect with each other, there can't be any inheritance, and there can't be any there's no opening for our second gen or even our third gen coming up to take over and to build and take ownership over this community. So I really encourage all of you to think about being a mentor, not just for a blessing workshop, but think about the second generation that are in your community. Feel free to send them birthday cards, to hold them up, see if they need anything, take them out fishing. Yeah, that's how we're going to build a strong community. There has to be unity between the generations. Here's some more pictures from that workshop. And you can see everybody enthusiastically having a wonderful time together at this workshop. And of course, I cannot end this presentation without talking about our community leaders. I have talked about the community system a few times, but I just want to remind you all again about our community leaders, and that the role of a community leader is not to be your leader. It's simply to get the process started. Really, they're just reaching out to you and praying for you. But our goal is that each community becomes a family and that you're reaching out to each other and praying for each other and building those relationships that are going to create gratitude, going to lead to participation, going to lead to a sense of community that we're all excited to invite people to. These are Virginia community leaders, Barbara Marks in Manassas, Eggie and Lisa in taking care of Alexandria, Clark Eberly taking care of Arlington and Falls Church, Bernardo Herrera taking care of Fairfax, Ichiko Yokoyama, Indiana and Oakton, Sunoco Steinbronn, in Leesburg, Reston and Sterling, and Osmarina Rush taking care of Woodbridge. And if you haven't heard from your community leader yet, feel free to reach out to them. If you're not sure if you're in a community, feel free to call one of them anyway and find out if you can be part of their community. Or you can reach out to me. Some areas of our community still don't have a leader, such as Southern Maryland, but let's keep working on that. If you want to volunteer to be a community leader, I will gladly accept your offer. The more community leaders we have, the stronger our community will be. Here are some of our leaders for DC and Maryland. We have Samuel and Jacqueline Malayu taking care of the DC community. Teresa Ledesma, Dennis Manor, and Ingu Marshall, who just reached out to me and said she wanted to help take care of members in Montgomery County. Dasi Yorksa and Ivo Zaki taking care of Laurel and Columbia. Mary Johnson, Christoph Wilkening, Loretta Schaffler, Beverly Burnt, and Debbie Scott taking care of Bowie. Libby Jo Henkin and Anne-Marie Wyman in Lanham. Nick and Mayumi Kernan and Pauline Eby taking care of the Cheverly Hyattsville Greenbelt area. And Matthew Goldberg taking over our brothers and sisters in Anne Arundel County, which is a big county. So any Anne Arundel members on here, if you want to help him out, he would greatly appreciate that. So here are some pictures of our beautiful brothers and sisters who've been taking care of our community members. And yeah, I really just want to say I appreciate these community leaders so much. They are making an investment, even though they're not all very confident about their ability to do this job or think they're not doing a very good job. But they're doing a lot actually. And we have community leaders meetings every Saturday, and when I hear their testimonies, somebody,
Yeah, go ahead and mute.
When I hear their stories about their experiences from interacting with their community, I know that they're getting so much out of it. And they're coming up with creative ways to take care of their community. For instance, Mrs. Yokoyama is taking care of her community by inviting them to visit churches with her. A lot of people don't have confidence to visit churches, but by inviting them to do that, she's giving them a chance to participate in witnessing, but also she's building a relationship with them. And there are so many stories just like that. And so, yeah, I really want to encourage you to reach out to your community leaders. Please love them as much as they are loving you, and encourage them. Also, we have our prayer teams. We have a prayer team for our country. They're meeting every night. Right at the moment, this is being led by Teresa Ledesma. And if you want to, if you're really feel passionate about praying for our country, then please reach out to her about participating in that prayer team. We also have a prayer team for our sick members of our community, which is being led by Tony Adamson in Baltimore. They also pray every night. If you feel called to pray for our community members, please reach out to him about how you can get involved in that. At the moment, we are trying to create another prayer team to ask for God's guidance about where our community home should be. We want to find a location that can really meet the needs of our community, especially our youth ministry, that also can be used for our outreach. And we just really want God's guidance about where we should go and how we should go about it. So if you're passionate about our community home, please connect to me or to Dr. Shield. Let us know that you want to be part of this prayer team. We're hoping that our first meeting will be this Friday. So please let us know before then. And I'd also like to see a prayer team for pregnant moms. I originally got this idea when Dr. Young was talking about taking care of all the different age groups from birth to death, and how important it is to pray for our children even before they're born. So right now, there may be more, but I know of 3 members of our community who are pregnant, and one family, Carl and Erica Selly, they just had a baby a couple weeks ago. His name is Rowan. So if you would be interested in being creating a prayer team, please reach out to me about that, and we'll talk about who those people are and how we can pray for them. So this is not a team. These are some pictures highlighted from the blessing that we had. But this event was so beautiful. And it was beautiful because a lot of people really put in their love and their energy to make it a beautiful event. There's so many opportunities for brothers and sisters to get involved. Many times we end up going to the same people every time because we know that we can count on them. But there are so many ways for brothers and sisters to get involved in the community, whether it's preparing for blessing or helping to take care of a songwa, which we just had recently for Debbie Taylor. I don't have any pictures of the songwa, but these are pictures from the reception, and there were so many brothers and sisters who came to honor Debbie Taylor and to give their love to the Taylor family. There were many people that I saw there that I haven't seen in a long time. I know there's so much love in this community and so many great brothers and sisters. And I just wanted to show you all these beautiful faces that you can just feel the love. I can already feel the love just looking at the pictures. But yeah, this is one way that we can support and love our community, just by helping them in the time of the Songhua ceremony. So thank you, Mary Johnson and Christoph and Randy Francis, who helped to take care of this Songhua for the Taylor family. We have our Boy Scout team, originally initiated by our pastor, Jim Boothby. Then it was inherited by a graduate, James Abendroth. And now our Scoutmaster is Zach Mutual. And there are a lot of really great dads who are investing their time in our young men. And even if you don't have a boy who is in the Boy Scouts, you can still come. You can still be a mentor to these young men and help them to grow and mature. So again, please don't feel like you have to fit in a certain category to be involved in something. If you have love to give, you are qualified. And when we are supportive, that's what gives people like James and Zach confidence to become leaders, because they know that people are supporting them. We also have service projects. This is one that was started from last summer. Jim Boothby was hooked up with a church in Upper Marlboro, and Debbie Scott inherited this. They were giving out food, and they were also allowing us to take food and to share it with other people. And now we are helping them every other first and third Thursday and Friday. We help to pack the food and to give it out to people. And then we also can take food boxes and give it to people who we know need food. And that's a great witnessing tool, taking care of our tribe members, loving them. Christoph Wilkening is also taking donations to families in Imani Temple. That's a great way that he is caring for Pastor Stallings and his church. So, if this puts off a light bulb in your head about something you might be able to use to take care of your tribe, please reach out to Debbie or to Christoph, find out how you can get involved. Or maybe you have a church in your area who is doing something similar. You can get involved in that and build a relationship with that church. So let's take advantage. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can take advantage of things that are already going on in the community. And I'm probably talking longer than I thought I would, so let me keep going. Fishing with the Ozaki family. Mr. Ozaki loves fishing, and he's using his passion to take care of community members. He's gone out a couple times this year, and the people who go with him always have a really great time. So I really want to encourage you to think about what your passions are and how you can use that to love the community. So that's where we're going to end. I want you to think about, what are your gifts? What are you passionate about? Here are just a few ideas. If you're passionate about technology, social media, do you like to cook, like welcoming people, you can be a teacher, a supporter at education events or at Sunday school. You can be a mentor. You can use your passions such as fishing, hiking, music, writing, service projects to just invite other brothers and sisters in the community to join you. You can help with carpooling kids to Sunday school or to youth ministry. There are many families where kids are not involved yet because transportation is an issue. So if you can help out with that, that is a great way we can take care of our community. You can be a babysitter at future events. You can visit sick brothers and sisters. So whatever you're passionate about, please talk to the pastor team or to the community leaders about your ideas. We want to help you to realize your passion. So that is our discussion topic for today. What are your passions and gifts, and how would you like to share them in your community? So I'm going to turn it over to Pastor Shinan so that we can go into our sharing time. And thank you all so much. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Pastor Highmy. Wonderful job. Really great, really excellent message today. And thank you so much for spotlighting and highlighting, I think, so many individuals that are really trying to make this an amazing community. And again, focus on the unity there at the end. Really great. And then we'll make sure to send a message out so you all have the discussion questions, but just so that you know, what are your passions and gifts, right? It says it right on the screen. And how would you like to share them? So I think that'd be a great topic to share. We're going to go ahead and go into our breakout rooms now. And so you will all be put into, I think we'll do about, let's see, how many people do we have? I think we had 40. So I think five, we'll do 5 rooms. That way we have a good number of people in each room. And let's share about passions and gifts and how you want to contribute to our community. All right, looks like everybody's coming back from the breakout rooms. Hope that you all enjoyed the sharing. I thought that was very nice. And again, thank you to Pastor Highmy for your really great, wonderful words. And I think if we uncovered any new talents or new ideas on how individuals want to support, that'd be great. I do, as far as announcements go, I do want to make sure to give a shout out that to Melissa Manor. She has an event coming up this Saturday related to sort of celebrating the season. Melissa, are you in the room, Melissa? Would you like to share about it with the group? I thought I saw her earlier, but perhaps
she was here earlier, man.
she looks like she's not. So it's happening next Saturday. I believe it's sort of a Halloween/Holyween theme for our middle school and high school students. So they'll be sending information out by email, of course, but look out for that. And then I mentioned earlier, but next Sunday will also be a virtual event themed around Halloween. I think we want to make it informal, fun for our families to join. Maybe you can plan on sharing your costumes, or maybe some of our young people, because I know that night you might be going out trick-or-treating later on. But we'll try to have something nice for our community next Sunday. So again, next Sunday is the 5th Sunday, so it won't be meeting in person. All right. With that, I'd like to now turn it over to our pastor, Dr. Ashiel, for any other announcements and a closing prayer, and then we'll have one final song.
Great. Yeah, thanks so much, Sheena, and thank you, Highmy, for your amazing presentation. You are such a treasure for us here in our community. Thank you for your heart and your investment and your devotion. She never said no. Highmy never say no. So thank you. This coming Sunday, we're gonna do the Halloween/Halloween celebration online. We ask every family, dress, come with your best costume, and we will spotlight you and we'll take a picture. We want to just make it very fun. So we'll send an announcement on that throughout the week. Yeah. Join me in prayer. Our precious, beloved Heavenly Parent, beloved true parent of heaven and earth and mankind, we just had a victory celebration with our beloved true mother last night when we celebrate the victory of the 9th anniversary of True Father Sunwa, where true mother spoke to us once again, asking us to become the sons and daughters who attend heaven, who live a life of attendance. We pray that through the word that we have received today from our assistant pastor Highmy, that we can become a community that attend you. We can truly create a heavenly parent holy community where your love and your joy is at the center of it. So we want to thank you again for all brothers and sisters who joined tonight, even those who are not here. Guide us so that we can truly build that community. We can invite you and comfort your heart and truly heavenly parent, becoming the sons and daughters of filial piety. We want to thank you. I want to close this program tonight, and I'll report this prayer with deep heart of gratitude. In my name, Ashine Kachumi Akolate, blessings to our family. June.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ashiel, for your prayer. All right, and we have one more song that we'd like to share. This was requested that we share that our Capital Heavenly Parents Holy Community Band with sharing an original song called She Stepped Up. So let's go ahead and show it. Dan Pfefferman, I believe, is the one who wrote the song. So here we go.
All right, we're going to do a song that I wrote a few years ago for True Mother called She Stepped Up. Her sad and battle country saw her suffering in the war. She was raised without a father, and her family was poor. But heaven smiled on her with her heart so true and pure. Then the great prince finally found her, and the blessing was secure. And she stepped up when it finally came her time. Yes, she stepped up and she won this heart of mine. And I'll stand up and proclaim to you today that she stepped up and kept walking in the way. She kept her spirit humble and she never did complain. Gave birth to 14 children, but she never showed her pain. Attended to her husband, yet embraced us with a smile. Buried 3 sons and their father, but kept working all the while. And she stepped up when it finally came her time. Yes, she stepped up and she won this heart. Some people say a woman's place is to stay put in her home, but I say women hold the key to let thy kingdom come. She is my shining star to see. I know it from the start. Say what you will about her friend, I'll keep her in my heart. And she stepped up when it finally came time. And she stepped up and she won this heart of mine. And I'll stand up and proclaim to you today that she stepped up and kept walking in the way. Yes, she stepped up when it finally came time. And she stepped up and she won this heart of mine. And I'll stand up and proclaim to you today that she stepped up